Hey, what's up, everybody? Shane Presley here with Rock Paper Podcast to tell you about my friend's music record shop. Go visit them down at 4191A Manchester Avenue in the heart of the Grove, right between the demo and the ready room. They got new records coming in every Friday. This Friday, records from The Offspring, Neil Young, Jeff Lynne of ELO, Panda Bear, new One Direction record, all kinds of other stuff. So, also they do a lot of in-stores and things on Saturdays and Sundays. This Saturday, November 14th, Turntable Takeover with Devise. So they'll be hanging out, playing all their favorite records. There'll be Four Hands Brewery sponsored, so there'll be some beer to give away. So come out November 14th for that. Also mark the calendar for November 28th, next Rock Paper Podcast showcase with Hands and Feet and Connor Lau. Visit them online, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, musicrecordshop.com.
Hi, I'm Kory.
Josh.
Tom. Gary.
Jay Eagle.
And we are Odom, and you are listening to Rock Paper Podcast.
Yeah. This is Rock Paper Podcast with Shane and his guests. You will listen to what he says. Shane will drive to your house and bring you brownies and talk for hours, 'cause it's Rock Paper Podcast. Tell me why it's nothing but a podcast. Tell me why we're making this for your ass. Tell me why. All you gotta do is download Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Coming to you guys from, where the hell are we? What's this?
Muscuda. Yeah, we got like a horse and a buggy in an airport.
Yeah.
They just got a Casey's. It's pretty nice.
Oh,
It's pretty nice. Yeah.
I was going to get to that. Driving in, drove past the Casey's, and you guys live, or I guess this is Gary's house, right?
Yeah.
And you live dangerously close to a Casey's, because I would be up there buying pizzas all the time.
I'm getting one on the way home, actually. So.
Oh yeah, you already.
I just
had it on your phone.
I just ordered one on my phone while we're
It's
sitting.
like it's actually the reason why I'm in this band is because he's so close to a Casey's.
Yeah. And then, but anyway, I am hanging out with the guys of OATM. Out among the masses.
Yes.
Correct, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
How are you?
Welcome to the show, guys. I'm very excited about this.
Well, thanks for having us, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. It's something I've been looking forward to for a long time too.
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna tell another little quick story about my drive out here.
you were on the road a while.
Yeah, well, pretty good little haul, little field trip. So Saturday night, I also wanted to kind of tie all this together, but Saturday night I went out to St. Clair, Missouri for the Skybrent White CD release party,
Yeah.
which was a great time, great show. And so I got home so we went to the show, and then we went to the after party at Jake's house, and then I get home. I drove Pat Gibson to Troy from St. Clair and then my house, and I got home like 6 a.m.
Wait, Pat Gibson.
Damn.
Copperview.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Couldn't remember if that was from him
Yep.
from Copper. Yeah, I know Pat.
So I get home like 6 a.m. This is the first time I've watched the sun come up in a long time.
It's a long drive, man.
Yeah.
And
St. Clair, Troy. Wow.
all right, and so when I get home, there was flipped on the TV, and the channel it was on, it was the Enjoy Church TV or something was on.
Yeah,
In the Sunday
Yeah.
morning.
I know where they're at.
Yeah. So I'm watching this guy for a minute, and he's got like a super soaker on stage, and I'm like,
Be healed.
Drive-by baptisms or
Right,
what?
yeah,
What's he
I
doing?
Oh
Hey,
man.
it's anointed holy water in the super
I was pretty out of it by that point, but I remember him saying,
Just blessed you in your face.
yeah, I remember him saying something about like somehow hitting somebody, spraying somebody with a super soaker, and he's like, well, I can't spray you without getting some on everybody else or something. And then he says something like, he's like, this isn't called Enjoy Church because here we're going to have some fun, you're going to enjoy, or something like, I don't know, some stupid thing like
If
that.
I go to church and somebody sprays me in the face with a water gun, I'm walking the hell out of that church.
If somebody sprays me in the face, that better be
I'm
vodka.
Burning the church. That's me.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Where's the wine?
Don't wake me up. This is supposed to be nap time.
But I thought it was really funny because as I'm coming down 55, I pass the Enjoy Church.
Oh, right there in Fairview Heights,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, 64.
Yeah.
64, yeah. The Enjoy Church, the big...
Yeah.
I think they're charging admission to that place.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, let's pay for God.
Yeah.
Wait, don't you do that already with
Oh my
offering?
God,
No,
pay
you have
for
to
it.
pay to get in, and now you have to give offering as well.
Your ties. You got to pay your ties.
There are so many giant, weird mega churches on this side of the river
Yeah.
that have popped up in the last 5 years. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Mega church. It used to be an old bowling alley.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah,
it
it's right on the
was an
side of
old-
64 there.
Yeah, it was an old bowling alley. They
Fat
couldn't do
cats.
anything.
Yeah, that's
They
what
couldn't
it
do
was.
anything with it.
Out my way in St. Charles, there's a big old church out there that it used to be like a line dancing place. It was,
Like old country.
Yeah.
Wild country.
right.
Wild
I think
country.
it was.
It's funny.
So yeah, now it's a church and stuff. And I think for a while after the dancing, it was a indoor go-kart racing place.
What was that? The place that had the
that
souped
used
up
to be like a
go-karts?
Faith Christian church or
Yeah.
something like that.
Now, what if
I
they
know
could
you're
have
talking about.
combined the go-kart racing with church?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that have been awesome? Like, first one to the finish line gets saved.
Saved, yeah.
First one to the
Yes.
finish line,
Yes.
first one to the finish
yes.
line doesn't have to tithe this week.
Yeah, you don't have to tie this week if you come in second.
You get to keep your
Yeah,
10%.
you keep your 10%.
You only give 5.
Wait. Inflation's
This
a bitch.
podcast
It's
is
20.
sacrilegious, man.
Sacrilegious. If you want to go an extra lap, you got to pay an extra 10%.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
No Holy Marys your way.
Terrible.
Mega churches. I wish they would have kept the bowling alley and like had sermons there. Like if you get a strike, like if you had a 300 game, you get to sin all year long.
If you
I
get
will
a
start
take-
practicing tomorrow.
If you bowl a turkey, you get to meet Jesus.
You get to meet Jesus.
No. Yeah. If you get 300, you get to meet
communion with
Jesus. Yeah.
Jesus himself.
What do you expect? You build a church in an old bowling alley, man, and you called it Enjoy Church. I'm trying to enjoy church. I would actually want to take a bowling alley and bowling ball in there now and just start rolling.
start
bowling
rolling.
balls.
That's what I'm saying, man. 'Cause
Like
the
practicing.
preacher would probably throw it at the crowd.
Yeah, just throw it down there. I'm like, what's going on, man? What happened to this place? Like going there stupid. Like I'm here for Sunday League, man. What's going on?
Smoking and time.
Sunday fun day.
There's a bar in here,
I
right?
ain't got any of them nachos. Where the nachos
There's
at?
the nachos.
I don't get loosened up until I have like frame 3 of draft.
I gotta make some more.
I can't even I can't bowl over 200 in like a Wii bowling game. Like, I'm so bad at bowling.
It's 9-pin no tap today, right?
Yeah.
I ain't putting no tap. Yeah. Set up the pews. It'd be good, man. It'd be good.
Yeah.
So church. So yeah, that's some of the things that you see. So then there's like nothing but like a great expanse of just trees, and then next thing you know, there's like
Yeah, because
And
Steeple's
open up.
getting covered up right now.
it opens up and there's an airport.
Yes.
It's weird. Like you come over the bridge into Illinois, and it's like first you go from city to third world country to cornfields to Fairview Heights to cornfields again, and then it's nothing but cornfields until you get to Chicago. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Well,
an
you do
odd
have that little
drive.
expanse like in Springfield.
A little bit.
Oh, wind farms. You get
Yeah, you get the wind farms.
in the cornfield,
In the
but then it's more cornfield.
You got Litchfield too. I mean,
Litchfield doesn't count. That's just a truck stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right.
It's a truck stop.
I lived
Let's-
there for 3 months.
there's nothing there.
Exactly. No,
I
it's
went
a
to
truck
college
stop.
near there for a semester. There's nothing there.
It's nothing. Yeah. So welcome to Illinois.
Yeah.
Shit.
Thanks for making
We
the drive.
offer a lot.
Fairview Heights is a little better with inimical like last time, but
Yeah.
coming out here with us, it's like you're like you're wondering if you start hearing that banjo playing.
A little bit.
I seen the Casey's. That's my safe haven.
Yep.
I'm good. The warm, inviting glow of the Casey light.
It's always been Chicago and then Illinois.
Pretty
West
much.
Illinois.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
we got that defined. Next question.
Next question.
I figure we'll take care of some business here, and then in case we forget about it later. But these guys have 2 big shows coming up. Find them at the Firebird on November 21st. It's a big one with Lori's Puppets, Maiden Waves, Isiah James and the Chains, and these guys in Odom.
Yeah.
That's $8 tickets and 6 p.m. show.
Yeah, and Isiah James and the Chains are formerly Show Baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say
They've
show
been
Out of-
really big out
Out
of
of Tennessee.
Yeah.
Nashville.
Yeah. Yeah, they were originally, I met them, they were coming in playing some shows with Fivefold, and think they were buddies with those guys, or still are, and they coming in from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Yeah.
And then I think when Chris, their drummer, left the band, they decided Trevor and Isiah moved to Nashville. And then, so they've been doing it down there for a while. They've come up here with a different drummer, and then I guess, I don't know the whole story really, but I guess they decided to scrap the Show Baby name and kind of start a new project.
They took the leap
So,
to change the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've actually played with them,
2 or 3 times.
Yeah, we
Twice.
played with them Firebird too.
Yeah.
Twice.
I think one of them was with what's Bonds?
Which one? Hush List?
Hushless. Yeah, I think that was our first
When
time.
you say
playing.
Bond, you got to be more specific.
Bond's
He's got like a million bands
16
now.
different bands.
Yeah.
He's the Jamaican guy of bands.
I know
I got
Evan
15
from Made
bands,
Waves.
man.
He knows those guys really well. So, yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
they're-
stoked for playing with them again.
Yeah, they're great players, man. That's gonna be a fun show.
Yeah, I'm excited about playing with Lori's Puppets again too.
Yeah, and those guys, last year's Point Fest finals winners, opened up Point Fest, and
So maybe some of that good mojo will rub off on us.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, pass it along the torch.
yeah,
You know, that'd be good. See us
Right.
up on the main stage.
yeah. And then December 5th, mark the calendar. You can see these guys at Pops.
This is going to be a drunken
Yes.
transvestite
This is going to be a
midget love
shit
fest
show. I
of,
mean, this. You thought Gary's 40th was a shit show? Oh, fuck. Just
He didn't
wait.
even fucking show up.
Just
I didn't
wait.
even show
anymore.
up for that show.
He showed up for Odom,
Yeah.
but that was about it.
Yeah, but
That's
no,
why
Once,
he had
once
us.
Cannibal
Andrews.
Road got on the stage, yeah, he was like, you saw, who, Gumpy? Or
Gumby.
I mean, dude, you
Gumpy.
were
That wasn't
half-assed
the cake
on the
show,
floor, and you
Yeah, that
got
was a
Gumpy
cake show.
behind
Was that the cake
you.
show?
I was gone, dude.
Oh.
You were gone. We had to. He's trying to sing, and we had to push him back on the stage because he was about to fucking face first on the floor. I mean, it was bad.
You're just jealous you ain't got no interesting stories. That's the life of a rock star.
I got a photo.
he
I
doesn't
got
play about
a
it that
photo
night.
of that one night too. I got a photo of that night. And
Nikki
it shows up
Sixx
on my
would-
phone every
would
time
disagree
you call
with
me.
you.
Maiden Waves, the guys from Cannibal Road, Bond was there.
Yeah.
He's got stories. They all had
Oh,
stories.
That
of
was
night.
great.
It was
Dude,
a
I
good
just
night.
remember you just, like, we gave you a cake.
And I'm like, I was like,
So, yeah,
Yeah.
and then you got on stage holding the cake, and you were like almost in tears. You were so touched by this cake. And
I just remember seeing him shoved in the shower, people dumping ice buckets on his head. He was just like completely like
Any night,
cremated.
you wind
damn
up
near.
in the hospital with 2 bags IVs stuck in your arm, and they're telling you
That's a good night.
They're telling you either pee or we're going to stick a catheter in your ass, and you're trying to pee.
Why would they put
Wait,
a
wait,
catheter in your
exactly.
ass?
Why would they put a catheter in your ass?
Don't take it so literal. You know what the hell I'm talking. You know where a catheter goes,
Not in your ass.
and if you
Down
don't, you don't want to know.
The question is, do you know where
I know where it was
You didn't
going.
know where it went that night.
I didn't want to go anywhere near me. So yeah, that
Do you not pay your copay or something?
anytime that happens to you, it was a good night. It was a good night.
Yeah, it was a good night, all right.
You're waking up.
Don't take the brown acid.
Take the breath. Or don't take any drinks from people you don't know.
Yeah.
Wink.
Anyway, wink. All right, yeah.
That night is going
But anyway, getting back to Andrew's
Andrew's
30th.
30.
dirty.
Yeah, it's
30.
going to be just like that.
Yeah.
So, it's
So
gonna
we'll
be-
make sure all that IV bags are there, so he doesn't have to
Yeah,
leave.
we probably need about 4 or
EMTs are going to be
5.
on
Dude,
site.
the best part, my mother's going to come to that show.
Nice.
So December 5th at Pops.
Transvestite midgets.
Conquer as they come. Advocating Adam. Skyburnt White. Midnight Hour. Diamondback Kings.
Diamondback Kings. Yeah, we get to play with Gabe.
Yeah.
Skybert White.
And it is his birthday. Well,
No, it's not
Well, this-
Gabe's birthday.
it's Gabe's birthday
no,
today,
it's
but
Andrew. It's Gabe's
No,
birthday
it's
today.
Gabe's birthday
No, it's
today,
Gabe's
but when
no,
this
it's Gabe's
podcast-
birthday.
when,
What are you talking about? You're
When this
messing up the timeline.
podcast ends up broadcasting, it'll be 2 days late. So, happy birthday, Gabe.
Yeah, happy birthday. Gabe.
Happy birthday.
Belated birthday at this point in time now.
Pony's going back in time.
Time traveling, dude.
He's our
It
doc.
happens.
I did it Saturday.
Yeah.
It was 8 o'clock, then it was 2 o'clock. Shit happens.
Shit happened. It was 8 o'clock and it was 2. Oh yeah. No, that one's going to be a fun one. And all, I think $1 from every ticket actually goes to the Children's Hospital over in St. Louis. And
Yeah.
so it's a charity
Directly.
that stays in town. So, for every ticket we sell, they, $100 from whatever tickets we can pull. If we can pull 200 tickets, then $200 goes to Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to try to do something with a toy drive. I'm not quite sure on that yet, but I think it's like if people come in the door with a toy or unwrapped toy or something. Coco's going to let us know more details about it. So, but it should be cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Be sure to keep up on Facebook, and we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, definitely keep up on Facebook.
But regardless, I mean, this is a funding. It's not just, we're looking to have a lot of fun, but at the same
It's not
time,
just a
we are
party
pushing,
bash, it's a funding.
But yeah, it's still a funding. We're going for Children's Hospital. So anybody that wants to come out, please do. I mean, whether you're there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or you want to donate, I mean, obviously there's a way to donate. We'll find some way, whether we have the link for buying tickets online, if you want to buy extra tickets to purchase just to fund everything you can for Children's Hospital, They always need help.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what better way to do it?
We're doing it for the kids.
Yeah. Do some rock and roll.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's a stacked lineup. That's gonna be a fun night. I saw Diamondback Kings for the first time that night at the battle for Point Fest.
Yeah.
And I was blown away, man. I thought those guys kicked ass. They and they're like super young.
Yeah,
and,
super great.
Yeah.
Like 18 to 20 or something like that. So they're and it's really exciting to see them guys getting after it, and they're talented and just getting going, and it's like they're gonna be ones to watch for sure, man.
Definitely. It gets a little harder to practice all the time when you got so many mouths to feed. so you start slacking off in skill wise, but it's like when you're young and you ain't got no responsibilities. I guess you got a lot of time to play some music. I wish I had that time.
You just bring them over and just kind of get them to slack off.
Yeah.
Just get them drunk.
Get 'em drunk.
I mean, if they're 18 to 20, I mean, by all means, no. If you're, no, stay away.
Stay away. No.
Smoke cigarettes instead.
Yeah,
You're old enough to kill yourself smoking cigarettes, but
Potent them
as far
lungs.
as drinking,
Yeah. We don't
want
promote underage.
you can vote. And
You
go
come to
jail,
a show and love you to death.
Have a beer.
But yeah, we're not handing you anything for free.
Pony don't think before he speaks sometimes.
Yeah, you can edit that out.
Because it was 8 o'clock and 2 o'clock.
It really was.
8 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Remember, time travel. 8 o'clock and 2 o'clock.
Time traveling.
It's past 8.
Marty McFly doesn't have shit on me. Really.
Except the DeLorean.
This is true. He did hit
And that sweet jacket.
Yeah, that sweet jacket. That was an awesome jacket. And the
parking
self-tying
space.
shoes.
That's kind of
Those
a
are
selling point.
badass. I want my 300 pair of
They're gonna make them.
Yeah, I know. $300
Yeah.
a pair. Be
Yeah.
awesome. So I can have my shoes tie themselves.
Yeah.
I don't want my shoes tied
called
myself.
pure
Like when I
laziness.
step
It's
into
called
a-
America. It's called America.
America.
Pure laziness.
America.
America. Anyway, so yeah, that's the two, and all with the show at Pops. It's we are united show with Coco, and he's doing a lot to get the word out there and try to get the scene back together. So we're really excited about playing the show with Andrew. Dude, at the Ink Spot, that's who's sitting at our tent drinking with us, and we love those guys. So whenever they come,
And their new albums
came out- they
and
came out and
Fivefold's new
supported
album is coming out.
and everything.
They had their Kickstarter up, and they ended up meeting that, and so the album's coming out as well.
yeah.
So
Here's one thing, all of us local bands, we don't try to compete. We try to get each other's back,
Yeah.
with whatever we do. And I think that's one thing Coco's trying to bring back, not necessarily just the local music scene. It's just all of us not just competing with each other anymore, because that's where it led to,
Yeah.
and it doesn't need to be like that. It needs to be all in one. It really does. It needs to grow and progress and everything to where we all feel like we have the chance to make it, together.
Yeah,
So-
I think it got to that point, like you're saying, there was a lot of people, bands wouldn't like talking to each other because it was always like a competition kind of
Right.
thing or something. Like they were afraid to, it wasn't like we had a lot of people hanging out all the time together. There was like kind of cliques or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd walk into Pops before a show,
Yeah.
and you'd see like like the band all standing around in a circle.
Yeah, and it'd be
around a table.
awkward. It'd be awkward
like,
at points.
And you'd have the 2 tables over, there would be the other band, and 2 tables over from that would be like, you know, the other band, and it was so segregated and stupid. Nobody wanted to just communicate. Nobody wanted to hang out and have a great time. Everybody was there trying to promote themselves and not promote the scene as a whole.
Yeah,
there's definitely a change. You know, where we're getting there. It's starting already. You know, but it's just exciting to see things are happening. You know, in the local.
And that's
scene.
one thing I want. You know, with all this going on right now, I want these younger bands that are still young. You know, under 21. I want them to realize it ain't about that. It's about musically and, you know, in a community, helping each other out and not just helping one another out as a band.
And you see the industry in this town kind of is getting hit right now. There's a lot of big acts that are passing over St. Louis because of how bad the scene has been. And
well, that has to do with theft.
A lot of that has to do with theft, but a lot of that has to do with venues that aren't willing to take chances.
St. Louis, you know, the area's got a bad name, but you know what?
Don't put it on an age limit, though. I mean, everybody that can promote to anybody, promote. I mean, promote to your parents.
I'm not putting it on age limit. I'm just saying these new
there are
and
newer
upcoming
bands
they need to understand the St. Louis scene, and the St. Louis scene has gone to shit here for a little bit, and we need to bring it back up.
It's at a point now that it has kind of been starving here lately.
Yes,
and it's up to you to promote the show. It's up to you to sell the tickets. It's up to you to stock the bar for the venue. And it's up to you to
and it's not about just their certain band. It's about all these bands coming together and doing the same thing.
But whoever hears this podcast tonight, reach a hand out. You know, if you guys are struggling or you guys are looking for a show, reach out to being halfway successful or semi-successfand just keep pushing.
Me and Jay have talked about this, and we're kind of in agreement on the fact that you can, when you're an up-and-coming new band and you're fresh off, out of your garage, it's good for you to go out and play like these smaller clubs where you can just get in the door and you just bring your friends and there's not any real cover. And you can just get up there and you can kind of get your stage legs, you can get your stage presence, and get comfortable with being underneath the lights. There's a lot of people when I'm talking to people to be in a band or replace players in a band, I always say you have to at least have 2 years experience on stage. Because, if you're coming into a band that has been there, it's on the scene, you're making headway, you don't want to step backwards. So it's like, these young bands, they need to understand, but there's a time once you get comfortable on that stage that you're going to move over to where you want to play the bigger stages. And in our scene now, you have to do a little work, and that's where you start spacing out your shows, though, because there's only so many shows that you could play that before you start wearing on all your friends. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're not getting a following off those little shows you started out with, like, all your friends are showing up because it's like the new thing to do. Hey, I'm going to go support Brian because Brian just learned how to play the bass, and he's got a band, and we're excited for him, and he's going to play this weekend. And then next weekend, Brian's playing again because he found another place to play, and Brian's playing the weekend after that. And it's like, that's great. But Brian, hey, 6 months down the road, you should be comfortable enough on playing on stage where you're like, hey, all right, my friends are starting to dwindle down. They're not coming to my shows as much. Maybe I shouldn't play every weekend. Maybe I ought to play either once every 6 weeks or once every 4 weeks. It's like, even if you're promoting a CD, take your time with doing that. Your music's out there. And if you're good and the music's good, it's going to promote itself too. And you need to give yourself and your fans and your friends and your family some time before you go asking them to come back out to another show. Right. And, that's why when we have a show, we try to space them out to where they're, 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks apart. And we try not to overbook us. Because we're at the point, we've been on the stage. Everybody in this room collectively has probably had over, 30 years experience playing on stage.
At least.
With me being the oldest one,
yes, this is true. But
I at least have 20. So
you know what?
Got about
Let's
30
just go ahead and
years.
put it out there. Just go ahead and
If these guys can
50 years on a stage, total accumulated.
But my point is that you get where these guys get so excited and they want to play these shows, and you get these promoters or venues that see these young naive bands that are like, oh yeah, I'll pack your place with all these people, and they look at them like a cash cow. And it's like they do all this work, they bring all their people, and they're not mature yet. And even Odom took our lumps when we started out. We weren't mature together and as musicians yet. And it's like, and we realized that, but, we were bringing people to venues and starting out, and we could bring a crowd bring in front of us, and the bars like seeing that. But the problem is that, it's like if we don't start progressing as musicians, that crowd will eventually start to dwindle. And it's like if we wear them thin by playing a show every weekend, they're not going to show up. They're going to be like, I'll just catch you next weekend because you're probably going to be playing again. Right. It's like you'll probably be playing at, Bobby's down on the corner in about 3 more weeks. I'll just catch you then. And they're not going to show up to your shows. And that's what kind of kills the scene. And it's like, you got to learn, you got to understand, you have to value yourself. When you get to a certain point and you're comfortable on stage and you've matured and you got your stage legs and, you feel that your music is worth, people coming out and investing in you, investing their time and their money, and when they spend money at your merch, and that's when you start to, balls to wall promote and, space out those shows and look for the bigger venues that can support the people that you want to bring in. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things I want to tell all the young bands. It's like, dude, right now you want to get your stage legs, you want to get comfortable with playing in front of people, you want to get comfortable playing underneath the lights. The best thing you can do, the first show that you ever have, is a house party.
Sure.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cheers, and after that,
that's actually the first thing we did as a band was a house party here.
House parties, and start playing Diet. But when you're working your way up, keep playing as many shows as you can, but not looking to you're not going to build that character right away. It takes time. I mean, we all took time to build the character. We're still building. We are still building.
And that's another thing that people need to understand.
And our newest members,
have
been in numerous bands.
Have a bit of humility and understand you are still a local St. Louis band.
Oh.
Right.
And it's like a lot of people, I notice like some people have a bit of success and they get this big head about them, and it's like, I don't mean to be rude, but dude, you're still in the same music scene I'm at. You're still playing the same venues I play. You might be headlining it, but we're still right there with you. And it's like, just have a tad bit of humility.
Right.
And that's one thing I try to pride myself on. I don't try to think I'm better than anybody else, and I don't, I try to stay away from those people who go around with that attitude that they're better than everybody else, because it's like, that's not what I'm wanting to promote. I'm wanting to promote musicians who are respectable and, and appreciate somebody else's craft. And it's like, in a lot of bands that I've ran into that I call my brothers, that I appreciate as musicians, Skyburnt White being one of them. Gabe, Mario, and the guys, I love them all. And it's like, those guys conquer as they come. Josh Heron one day, and, the guys from Silent Hollow.
Yeah.
Made waves, and they'd like Evan.
Cannibal Road. These are guys, when we're at a show, it's not like Tom said. It was... We're all getting together and we're sitting out back and we're bullshitting and we're having fun in the green room and we're talking to each other in a community.
Right.
And you get that sense, hey, they're going to be watching me while I'm playing. I'm going to be watching them while they're playing. Our people are going to be standing there with us. Their people are going to be standing there with them.
And the worst thing you can do at a show as a band is be disinterested in the other bands.
Yeah.
Because that's going to
walk away.
That will always
walk away.
Show a distress.
A plague that I've not... Sorry.
Go ahead. It doesn't just happen to like that band, it happens to the people that band brings. It just it's one of those things it's rude, and it's rude and it's disrespectful.
It takes self-control, because
like, even if you're not into that style of music, at least give them the respect.
Stand in front of them, and if you're playing with them, just stand in front of them.
You have to have a collectivist attitude.
Yeah.
You have to always be thinking about every band that's playing that night. So like when it's really for me from experience, having seen bands when you play with them and they go, well, show up at this time because that's when we go on stage. That's being very selfish, And a lot of bands, it's extremely disrespectful, because we brought our fans and we told our fans stay and watch everybody.
Right.
What time do you go on? It doesn't matter. The doors open at 7, so the show starts at 8. Be there at 7:45 and enjoy a really good show. You're going to pay $8. Why not watch 5 bands instead of just one?
Yeah.
But people,
And that you got to do that for each other. You have to force your band to always have that mentality. It's about the entire show, not just when your band goes on, because that also makes people want to come out to live music more. These bands, they all put in hours every week. They work their ass off.
Well, that's something
to give you a good product.
Well,
that's one of the problems that I go back to, where I say, you get these younger bands who haven't, worked on their craft. I mean, they're just coming out the gate, and they can bring a bunch of people to a venue. But when they start playing their instruments, you're playing with people who have been doing it for a couple of years or 3 or 4 years, and they got a good sound. And you're like, well, the venue wants you to play with your band because you guys can bring, you guarantee them you bring 50 people. Well, you bring 50 people, but what do you play? Like, you haven't mastered your craft yet. You're not mature enough to be on the stage yet, but you're trying to be. And the venue gives you that spot, and next thing you know, it's like, your people are there to see you, and they're, they know what you sound like. They know you sound, decent and good musicians, and it's like they got to sit through something that's still learning the craft and still learning to be mature on stage. And sometimes it's like disheartening to see that, because you see people walk away from the stage, and it's like, you guys are walking away and you're making an impression on this young band, and they don't realize the mistake they made. Like, and it's a mistake. It's a mistake for a young band to sit there and play with a more mature band in front of their audience, because, and a lot of guys I see are really cynical. They're like, yeah, we'll let that young band play, but they sound like shit right now, so we'll let them play with this. They'll make us sound better. I've heard that before come out of somebody's mouth, and when I hear that, I've lost all respect for you as a musician. Because you got to understand how impressionable these guys are, and you got to understand that they are just learning. And you were in that spot at one fucking time, and now you're going to act like a dick. Right. And I don't want to have any part of that. that is what the scene gets to. It's like and it's not the band they're playing with that night, but some of these bands that book shows at venues, they use these younger bands to bring in a crowd for them just because there are more people to play in front of them.
It's cash cow.
Yeah, it's not.
And that's all it is.
It's not fair. It's not fair. It's like, dude, we don't have we might bring a following 50, 75 people, and we don't care what slot we have. We'll play first. That's fine. We consider ourselves professional, and we consider ourselves good musicians. If you're going to put us first, your fans aren't there yet, and they're going to wait till 9 o'clock to come see you. Well, guess what? They're missing out.
Yeah, they're missing out big time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
it's like coming in halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
Well, and I've heard this. walking out of a show before. You're like, did Odom play already? Yeah, they already did.
Oh.
Yeah.
I won't even acknowledge myself. Yeah, they already did.
They already did. Pony won't say anything.
I won't say a damn thing. Yeah, they already did. Oh man, I missed out. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry.
But that's
because the doors opened at 6, and you didn't get here till 8.
With shows like that where what Jay said earlier, it doesn't matter what time you fucking play. It matters about the whole damn show and all the bands that are there, and that's what we've been trying to
strive upon.
I mean, fuck, it's not just us. It's our brothers in music. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
Show up when the fucking show starts and then stay there. Please.
Yeah, that's all we ask. It's always show day. What time are you playing? I don't know. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Doors open at 6:30. Come see bands. Yeah. Come have fun.
Like I said, Jay made a great point by saying that. Yeah. It's you show up when the show starts and you leave when the show ends.
You'll pay $300 to go see a tribute to Pink Floyd. You'll pay $5 to go see 6 bands play at Pops.
And cheaper beer. Cheaper beer. Jesus.
But regardless of the alcohol sales,
it is.
But you're seeing 6 different variations of different genres. Expand your mind for a minute. Yeah. I mean, you spent $300 for 3 nights.
Sometimes I get my beard here in my mouth.
You spent $300 for 3 nights to go see a Pink Floyd tribute band. Not Pink Floyd, a Pink Floyd tribute band. But come out and see. So many different
the same
genres.
Thing 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah,
it's between 8 and 2, isn't it?
8 and 2.
8 and 2.
Time.
But just to go back on my point about these younger bands that show up and play these shows, it's the thing that the people that now have to understand is that that's our scene. We have venues misusing younger bands. We got bands misusing these younger bands who are bringing people in. And it's like, but the people that are coming to the shows and they see this, and I hope you guys are listening, it's like if you see one of these bands and you're like, man, I can't sit through this. These guys are horrible. Understand that they were put in a situation they shouldn't have been put in, or they agreed to something that they shouldn't agree to because they love music. Right. That's what you need to appreciate.
That's why they're there.
That is why they're there. Because they picked up an instrument and they thought they were going to change the world.
Whether or not it sounds like shit, what? Whether or not it sounds
weird,
that's why they're there.
$5, $10, even if you paid $20 to get in that venue, give them 10 minutes of your time and
give them the respect.
See if you can hear like what they're aspiring to be. Because that's what you're investing in. When you come buy a ticket, you're investing in the local music scene and you're helping that musician get better. And if you go up to them, don't just tell them, if you got a criticism and you're sitting at their table, the worst thing you could do is tell them, oh yeah, you guys sounded good. But you don't when they're not sounding good. Like if there is a educated criticism to give to somebody, then give it. Don't be a dick about it. Don't be like, yeah, you guys are horrible. Your singer sounds like they're kicking cats down a
hallway with a seriously
bucket.
Tell them.
Just sit there and go, yeah, I heard you singing. Maybe there's a breathing technique you want to try. And like, you guys, I see where you're going. It's like, but be humble yourself. Like, and even like people that come to our shows, the worst thing like friends do sometimes. Oh yeah, you guys sounded great. And then you go back and watch the video or hear a recording later, and you're like,
we sounded like fucking dog ass.
Like the mix was
like fucking straight dog shit.
Like we handed dog shit on a plate to people, and my friends just told me this was great.
No, not on a plate, on a silver platter.
On a silver platter, and we're just here. This is what we did tonight.
And we've heard it, and we're like, "Are you fucking kidding me, Nick? You tell me next time we fucking sounded good, I'm fucking slapping you, dude."
Yeah, I'm slapping
because we sound like shit.
But
and there's been many times where we have done that as
Odom. We would have appreciated it more.
Yes.
We would have appreciated it more if somebody was honest with us instead of lying to us. Because then we get comfortable. People get.
We don't know where we're
and you don't strive to
get
better, and you don't know where you're going wrong. Or you're like, if somebody can come up to us and just give us constructive criticism, it's like we're big boys. If you're going to get on stage, take some balls to get on stage and play.
No, right? I know Tony's got a set. I know we
have balls. Yeah,
so we can take it. We all have a set of balls, so we can take the criticism. I don't know. Actually, his are gone right now. So
talk about.
But
what's wrong with you?
We can all take the criticism. So God forbid, please just tell us. That's all we ask.
I don't want people telling people. It's like, especially other bands. Like, if you're one of them, bands that are out there that are have been on the scene for a while, and you see a younger band, just let them know. Like, or if you see a brother band and you're like, dude, I heard this. Maybe you might want to check that next time you're down and practicing. It helps the music scene. I want to play with bands that are going to make me a better musician.
Yeah, because most of the guys we know, they would hear that from us, and they're like, "Oh, thanks, man. We'll work on it." So, like that criticism that
it's hard. Some people you got to know who you're talking to too, because some people can get butthurt really quick.
Yeah, we know those people.
Hey, survival of the fittest. If you get butthurt with constructive criticism, that's not somebody coming up and just being a jerk to you. They're being respectful. You don't belong on the stage.
Yeah.
That's part of being a musician.
Well, true. But sometimes you got to put a little lube, I guess, on your approach.
It is.
It's about part of the music scene is being marketable.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate goal, is to have a marketable product to
I think
give to
all of us have that ultimate goal, and that's
we're not all snake oil
salesmen. More marketable,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where we went. We went somewhere.
Snake oil salesman.
Snake oil salesman. Evan,
I'm doing this
we love you.
We love you. Maiden Waves. Shout out to Evan. Love you.
Snake oil salesman.
Just ask him about it. Man.
Do you have an interview coming up with Maiden Waves anytime soon?
Nothing on the books.
Oh, we'll have to set something up.
Just wait.
I had him on, I've had him on
what
the
is
show
it?
Before.
We're not all snake oil salesmen.
Yeah, just wait, because if you
We're
ever
selling thin air.
if you do have an interview
true.
with Maiden Waves,
You know what he said?
Yeah,
you'll
we're
love
selling
it.
thin air.
He
We
said
love
he told me we were selling thin air.
Selling thin air.
We're snake oil salesmen.
Snake oil.
Yes.
Snake oil
In a
salesmen.
good way.
Evan, we love
Yeah,
you.
I don't
know how you
We
can
love
take
you.
I don't know how you take that in a good
And
way.
the shiny cigarettes were awesome.
You're our boy.
I'm still waiting on that, what was that, stir fry he was going to make?
Oh, fuck. On Alice in Chains night?
Yeah.
Shit. That's gone.
God. All right, anyway.
Good stuff.
That's my way of
Surely
saying
you have
moving on.
something else.
Yeah,
Another
what I was going to be, that's like one of my biggest things of doing this show and trying to promote local and everything the best I can is like, I always try to tell people, like, show up early, like you said, because you never know when you're going to find your next favorite band. Like, like I was saying earlier, I went to the night you guys played down there, and I stuck around all night. The last band that came up was Diamondback Kings, and I was like, blown away. I thought these guys were great, and I was like, if I would have left early, would have never saw these guys.
Absolutely.
I've played
Absolutely.
with other projects. I have played shows where the best band goes on first.
Yeah, sure.
It does
Yeah.
happen. It
does
really
happen,
does.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just a matter of not knowing the booking agent or the sound guy, and you get voluntold to be the first band.
Or it's all
You
based
know,
off of
and
ticket
you're actually
sales.
the
Yeah.
best band there. And it's up to you still, even though, that's when you really, really wish that every other band had told their fans, show up when the doors open.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's sadly it's not self-evident, but it actually is kind of disrespectful to show up at 8 when the show starts at 7 because all of the bands, even though some bands might be better than the rest, they all have the same passion. None of them are up there to make money, I promise. They're all up there
Yeah.
because they
We
love
spend
music
more money.
and they have dedicated their life, or at least a large chunk of it, to getting good at what they do and writing music. I mean, original music especially. It's
Not just money. Not
that's somebody's soul.
we lose money, but there's some aspects in a band that you lose family. You lose, certain things in your life that
social life.
social life.
that you were so used to on this aspect, and then all of a sudden you get in a band, and a couple of us here tonight, we've lost a lot of things because of just being in band life, and we're okay with it,
Right.
and we dealt with it, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Not only do
We all
wait,
sacrifice.
yeah, we sacrifice money, but we also sacrifice a lot of damn things that have kind of turned our lives just a total 360, and we're still here doing it because it's the passion. We love it.
Yeah.
So
Any of us could have dropped out at
Yeah,
any
I mean-
point in time.
Dude, we were always trying to get people to the shows early. Like, even at the Road to Point Fest, we got on, Facebook and telling everybody on our page, hey, we're going to do a tailgate before the doors open.
Yeah.
We've set out hot dogs, slider games, soda chips, and everything, just trying to get people up there sharing with the bands that wanted to come over and eat with us. And, it's like trying to get our people to the doors at 6 or 6:30, and it's like, because they should be there, there was people asking, well, what time you going? What time you going? And it was like, doors open
doesn't
at
matter.
6.
Yeah,
Doors open at 6.
we're tailgating
But we're
at
here at
Pops
3
at
o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, we're at 3 o'clock eating hot dogs, beer, and whatever.
Yeah.
That was cool.
So,
So that night you guys advanced to the you and
Soundtrack.
Soundtrap advanced to the next round of the Point Fest finals, I guess.
We did.
Road to-
Well,
Road to
from
Point
what we
Fest
understand
finals.
is that obviously both us and Soundtrap
Go to
get
We're
we're
going.
guaranteed
we're going
a
to
pops.
Point Fest.
Yeah, we're guaranteed a slot
But it's
on Point Fest
the
on the pop
main
stage.
one of the main stages, or
Yeah, there's the
whatever.
grand finals.
Yeah, whoever
Yeah.
wins the finals gets to actually open the. Which I mean, it's a nice honor. But I'm good friends with X and 714,
Yeah.
and those guys won it one year, and it was cool to be main stage at Point Fest, but it's like at 11 a.m. or whatever it was, and like the only people there are really a lot
People
of your
that-
friends.
yeah.
So there's everybody else starts coming around 12 or whatever.
Right,
So-
and honestly,
so-
that's what we had conversations about. We're not going to be all butthurt about playing at 1:30, 2 o'clock on the pop stage.
We
You know
love
why?
we love the pop stage.
it's
We do, because
we're-
the way
we
they put it
have a
around,
great
they want to
time
say main
backstage.
stage or whatever, make it 3 o'clock. Make it 3 o'clock, make it 4 o'clock, whatever. Quit,
It's really cool to see people sitting on the lawn.
Yeah.
Like they're just relaxing or whatever. Or, watching us play.
Sure.
We had that option of
playing
on the stage, and there was still an awning.
What I loved about that more than anything about playing Point Fest and opening it up on the pop stage or playing the pop stage was that all the bands that played in the battles or whatever were all sitting behind the pop stage. And we were just we had our tents all set up. It was like a little tented community, just like
it was. It was cool.
Where everybody's out in the back of the stage, and we're just drinking. Everybody's having a good time. There's people passing out on the grass. And
that's how it should be. Oh, dude. People.
It is nice.
What was that couple?
We literally had a gated community.
They had a bag full of fucking pork steaks or something like that.
And we were all drinking pork steaks. They were giving them to us in plastic cups.
Y'all were fucking eating them, and I swear to God, I'm like, dude, that shit's laced with some kind of acid or something because they're passing out right over there. And
I didn't drink any pork steaks.
I was hungry. I'm sorry. So you don't hand me a pork chop.
I wasn't drinking any pork steaks that day.
Expect me not to eat it. I'm sorry. You bring me pie at a show, I'm going to eat it too. I'm just telling you.
That was that same
girl. I keep trying to get people to bring pie to shows. Nobody's brought me a pie.
Hey, thanks for reminding me. I
came up on stage and showed everything.
It's got to be chocolate. That's my
Didn't
favorite.
she end up getting naked on stage or something like that?
I have no idea.
Remember that girl? Dude,
I ate the pork chop. You're asking me questions I had no answers to.
Right, that's right. Yeah, you were hallucinating.
So I kept getting my idea about midget transvestites.
Jesus.
He brought that up earlier.
Yes, it did.
I don't understand this.
Going right back around to it.
Yeah.
At least I'm not talking about miniature horses.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know who did that.
I don't know who did that either.
I talk about time traveling. You talk about transvestites. I'm just going to get
midget transvestite. Is that politically correct to say that word?
No, it's not at all.
No, they're like ladies.
Gary.
Well, has Firebird changed your team name?
You lived out in the country for too long, Gary.
At least that is something real. Time travel? Yeah, that's not real, bro.
How many midget
It just happened 2 weeks ago.
How many little people transvestites have you seen?
I'm just saying.
Now I finally get politically correct.
Yeah.
I've been wrong all this time.
Yes,
now you're
little
correcting
people.
me. Just a little.
I said I didn't say I gave a shit. I just said it's politically incorrect.
This is really going to happen.
All right,
Wake up
next
tomorrow,
subject.
Fox 2 is going to be on my ass
Next
tomorrow
subject.
morning, huh?
When do you become a dwarf?
There's actually some sort of medical difference between a
midget and a dwarf.
There's
But wouldn't they still be considered a little person?
Now, if you're a dwarf, you
But
carry
they
an axe.
like little people.
Now I was wrong.
They like the
Jesus
term
Christ.
little person.
No, I
You
wasn't.
guys are going way down the rabbit hole here.
Yeah,
all right.
let's bring it
Next
back.
subject.
Yeah.
Damn.
Let's talk about this
One
album.
pill makes you.
I want to talk about this. So I listened to this
Makes you.
I don't know, 4 times on my drive out. Since,
We're sorry.
Since it's a pretty good haul. But yeah, the To Be Continued, I guess your EP, I guess,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here in a little bit, we'll be working
say a
on our
little bit.
full length. We're working on getting new material out there and letting people know.
Let's not get people excited like it's gonna
Yeah. We're not working
To
on
be
full
continued.
length.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're staying here. So that's what that pretty much meant. Even though if it might take 2, 3, 4, 5 years, we're not going anywhere. We're going to be back. So
And we're gonna make a full length CD.
Yes.
Within 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
2, 3, 4
Doesn't matter.
fingers.
You're going to buy it.
You're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
He's paying for
Damn
it.
it.
It's a slot machine money.
Pony is paying for everything.
Yeah. By a slot
We're gonna
machine.
pay for it with my Social Security.
Hey, we got a better option on that one.
I hate you, Tom.
I'm sorry. I get my chops in when I
I'm
can.
still wondering.
Yeah, that was just a little.
Would you say a medium person?
Little touch of what we got.
Anything less than 411.
We have a lot more coming.
Yeah.
So
We're just gonna start writing too.
Until the
yes.
arthritis hits in, then I'm done.
Yes, and when
So we have about 6 months, so we're looking for another bass player still.
And when I say we're going to
I'll give
continue
you that
writing,
one for
we
you.
have 2 brand new members that are
currently learning all the
Yeah.
old material.
They're currently learning, but they are going to bring a lot to this band that it will potentially, kind of change a lot of things with Odom, and that's why to be continued.
But not in a
that's what
bad
we're
way.
no, not in a
I
bad thing.
don't think either one of us are here to like reinvent the wheel.
No,
there's a
no, but
particular
they're
sound
going to
to
put
this
their part
band,
in.
and we have to
Horizons
complement
are
that.
still being
That's what
open.
we want. If we're having two different guys come in, we're not Odom as one sound. We're Odom as a family, as a group of guys that we all do this for the love of it. We all have families. We all have either a wife, kid. We're all doing this together, and we're not going to say, "Hey, Tom, our sound is this, so stick to this." Fuck no. If he wants to put a sound in it, please do.
Yeah.
And Jay, same thing. We talked about it earlier tonight. Put your shit in it, and we're not going to fucking say no. Absolutely no.
Well,
no.
it's one of the things where people have to feel like the song is part of them, because that's when it shows on stage.
Yeah.
It's like when people feel like they're just playing the painting by numbers, so to speak.
Right.
They're not really invested in the song. And if they make it part of them, then it shows on stage,
Yeah.
and they can express that, and it carries over to the audience.
Yeah.
You just don't want the guys like, oh yeah, I'm just here to play.
These two
I
have
just showed up
already.
yesterday, learned the songs. I'm good. Whatever.
These two have already taken most of our songs that we have right now on our set list and made it theirs. Not pretty much switched the whole damn thing. No, but they put their sound into it, and that's what we like.
Yeah.
That's what we want. And we're not putting requirements on. No, I'm saying both of them.
It helps that I'm a talentless
And even,
hack.
Gary,
does help.
with Gary moving back to bass.
That was a bad decision.
Gary was our guitar player.
Yes,
and went to
yes,
bass.
yes, it was.
I immediately regret this decision.
Immediately regret this decision.
I am so strained right now.
It's between 8 and 2.
Ponies
No, it's
emotionally,
between 8 and 2.
Time travel.
he's emotionally unavailable.
Time
right now.
travel. Time travel.
Can it be May already and it just be Point Fest and I can retire?
Right.
Oh, boo.
Shit.
You're not as old as Gary. You don't get to retire.
Oh, you're right.
This man.
Damn.
You
I
still
like
got
that.
a few decades to go.
I love
Oh,
that.
well, shit. Okay,
Oh,
so
shit.
we'll keep
Now
it
the
rolling.
shit
We'll
like
keep it
there you go.
rolling.
My AARP is coming in, buddy.
Yeah, no, I fucking delivered that shit.
When Gary starts rolling around on a hover round, that's when you know you can retire.
No, when you're a mailman, you deliver AARP shit to his house. There you go.
One of them
It's time
chairs
for you to
to go
retire.
down the stairs and get into the band
That was
practice
awesome.
every
That was awesome.
Like she's just sitting there holding
Yeah,
on.
just sitting there holding on to the chair going down the
All
stairs.
right, I'm here.
Somehow we were supposed to
All right,
convince
start
you guys
practice.
and all this to
Yes.
come see us at Point Fest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we're trying to get this back around to him. Hey, come see us on the.
Whoever the
21st.
headlining band
Come
at
see us
Point
on
Fest
21st.
is, they came to
December
see us.
5th.
If you enjoyed this show,
If they make it through all the ramblings,
yeah,
anyway, going down the rabbit
come
hole.
see the 21st and the 5th. Yeah, you're gonna see a show.
I was gonna
Reel
talk-
us in.
Maybe a shit
talk
show,
about,
but yeah, it'd be cool.
Break Me Down. I was listening to that on repeat a couple times.
Yeah.
And other than that song, that was a good one. I really like it a lot. Reminded me, I don't know, I'm sure you mentioned earlier with Bond stuff about Alice in Chains, or Evan with Alice in Chains night or something.
Yeah. We actually, my father, who is the foster brother of the bassist of Alice in Chains, he got a bunch of tickets, and we all went, and Evan wanted a ticket really bad, and we had an extra ticket, so we brought him and had a fucking blast.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's Alice in Chains, but
Got to see our idols up
Yeah.
close.
That's
So
what,
it's
yeah.
that's
really
what I was
like
listening
something
to
off
that
the
song.
bucket list.
It reminded me
Nutshell.
of Nutshell, especially
Yeah.
with the ooze at the beginning.
Yes.
And then, but just like that whole Alice in Chains Unplugged MTV set was like incredible for me, and that's kind of where I got that vibe listening to that song. Kind of.
Yeah,
in that,
we've actually covered that a couple times.
One of our major influences.
Yeah,
coming out
big time.
easily in the 90s. Yeah, easily.
that was a hell of a show, man. I took my little brother. We were hanging out there that night at the. It was a really good time. I saw him once before in a small club like that. like 6 years ago, I guess maybe now, was like when Black Gives Way to Blue was
Yeah,
out.
it first
and-
came out there.
The
Yeah,
acoustic
that
show?
was probably at the pageant.
No, I went to. We took a drive up to Chicago to see him at the House of
Oh,
Blues.
okay.
Wow,
yeah,
right
House
on.
Blues
And
right
it
there
was-
downtown.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
incredible, man. Like we, so and then so I saw him at a Point Fest in the middle there, and then to see him back at the pageant was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
man.
actually,
So-
that Point Fest was on Mother's Day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one on Mother's
One
Day.
on Mother's
Yep.
Day. Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
30,000
they-
sold out crowd.
Them guys, they've always been in my life, especially my father and all that. And we actually went to California a couple weeks ago and hung out with Mike Inez, bass player. So
nice.
it's big influence, and
He's not bragging on himself.
No, he's not going to drop
Ted,
names
I'm not
or
bragging.
He's not dropping
I'm
names.
kind
just
of
saying.
a big deal.
Hey,
I'm
Mike
just saying.
Inez, Mike Inez. How many times are you going to say Mike Inez in a sentence?
I said Mike Inez once.
Oh, we went to go see Mike Inez.
But yeah, Break Me Down. If you started with Break Me Down, we, I remember that.
That song
I
is very
remember that
emotional.
day that song was made. Gary came up to my my job and said, "Man, our drummer Pony was going through a hard time with his ex-wife, and Gary pretty much wrote the song about him, explaining, to his wife, break me down. Tell me what you want. Tell me what needs to be better for us to stay together." It's pretty much what the song's about, and it didn't end up working out between them two, but the song still
Did work out.
It worked out.
I don't know why
but-
you always say it's bad when people get divorced, because apparently they're happier now.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
No, that's
Oh,
song.
yeah, but that song was about.
Hey, you're out of a shitty relationship. Good for you.
That song was
I know,
about
but no,
them
yeah.
trying.
I'm trying to make light of something.
That song was.
That song was me fighting for who I thought was the love of my life at that point in time. And Gary saw everything I was going through, and I thank God for bringing me into this band. I mean, he asked me for years. He wanted me to join Corvus, the band he was in previous to this, and I was just like, no, man, I can't do this. And then finally, I just gave up. I was like, all right, I haven't played in 6 years. It's like, no. Yeah, you want to start this new band, you're bringing in all these different people. I was like, I'll come and play. And eventually, we ended up starting writing the song, Break Me Down. I was going through a divorce, going through some bad times, and, these guys, at that point in time, saw who I was. And they knew what was going on. I was in a bad deal. And it just ended up coming out. And within one night, Gary went to Bacardi's, wrote this song, they got the lyrics done. We come back on a Monday night, and I just lay out drums with all my heart and soul that I could. And from then on out, it just laid there.
Yeah. It shows, man. You can feel it. I getting chills listening to it. Just it's a powerful song, man.
Yeah.
We always try to go.
That's why we
I'm
gotta
so
keep
old,
on
I
playing it.
write in that
That's
old
why
school
these
style.
guys need to learn how to play it,
Yeah.
because it's a very good song. It's
Yeah.
it's a song that was probably the first time as Odom that we really, really, really emotionally connected, because I know Gary is always connected on a feeling like that. Obviously, Pony has, and me. Shortly after we got that song, I split up with my ex, my son's mom, and that song became close to me because of that reason. So, that song, yeah, it's very special to us, and we'll never leave. And
Yeah.
you
there was I think it was Y or one of that was reminding me a lot of like Godsmack vocals. Do you consider Godsmack
oh
an
yeah,
influence?
I got a
there?
Godsmack tattoo on my ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On your ass?
Literally.
Not on my ass. Not on
Literally.
my ass.
Okay,
But on my
okay.
body,
It's the
yes.
same place where I got my
Godsmack,
catheter.
yes.
It's buried in the other 19
It's buried.
million tattoos somewhere.
Yes, Godsmack. I've listened to Godsmack since day one. Sully Erna, man, I tell you what, besides Aaron Lewis, Sully Erna is a fucking genius. Is a musical genius, and
He doesn't get as much credit as he deserves.
he should. Sully,
All right.
some bitch knows how to play any instrument you could think of, and just the way he portrays himself and just everything.
Yeah.
He's very, very talented. Very talented.
Yeah, a lot of the guitar work at the time was just written around like what Kory was kind of influenced by vocally.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they got a lot of like the open strums, and it's like the drums kicking off everything too in the beginning of that song. So
yeah, I just I could hear even though you're singing the other words, but I could just imagine like crying like a bitch.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
stuff like that.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's a fun record, this EP, and then even a bonus track on there. I found out.
Oh God,
that one was cool. We gotta get
that one we had fucking fun with. I
Yeah.
tell you that.
Yeah, we're just.
I sounded like shit. That was probably one of my first days of recording. I think it was ever.
Yeah. And
First days of ever
I
recording.
just told people just hit record, and
Right.
he didn't know.
I did not know, and I dude, there's oh my God.
But it's raw. I mean, it's great. It's like
Sure.
sometimes you capture something, which is always good, and I'm like, well, whatever. I want people to see us like stripped down, kind of naked.
10
No,
years
no,
from
no,
now, I'll be
no, no,
listening to
you're
that. I'm
not.
like, God damn, dude, what the fuck were you doing?
I got 7 kids. I don't care, man.
Yeah,
I don't
the
know
strippers the
about
other couple weekends ago didn't want to see me half naked either. So
But no, I mean, yeah, it's we wanted something to be on there. Like you got a little 3 or 4 song demo, and it's like, yeah, just have fun with something. Hide it back there. I don't remember what I told Jeff to do when he was recording it. How many seconds? I said wait 33 seconds because what is that? What did I say to him? 30. What was the significance
I don't
of
fucking
33
know.
seconds?
I have no
33
idea.
seconds.
we
is
pulled
that?
it off. We pulled that off of.
You weren't even there when we
with
did it.
Johnny
I don't know what
Cage
you're
show.
talking
You weren't
about.
even there,
Dude, 8-2. Be quiet.
Yeah.
It was
Time travel.
Time travel for us,
Exactly.
Marty.
I love it.
No, I don't know why we.
I'm gonna get that tattoo.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
McFly on my forehead.
McFly on my forehead. You're gonna get that on tattooed on your head? That,
People ask me questions. Why?
Why? It's terrible. It's just terrible. Terrible. All right, let's go back. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's not even
Well,
talking about it.
I guess we'll go ahead and close this thing out. It's been a lot of fun, guys.
Thank you,
Dude, yeah,
We
thanks for
appreciate it.
coming all the way out here, man.
It's exciting to kind of get to know you guys a little better and talk some business with you. And
Dude, that's,
November 21st,
Yeah.
Firebird. Come check us out.
yeah, come meet these new guys.
And then
We
when
got some.
Check us out on Facebook.
what was the next show we're
Oh,
doing?
December 5th.
December
is after
5th.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
December 5th.
that's what the
Yeah,
And
Lori's
then
Puppets.
Point Fest.
And then points.
So
Well,
check us
it
out.
won't be then Point Fest, so it'll be something in between there, I'm sure. But
It's gonna be
Well,
the grand
no,
final.
well, we know, but yes.
Call it.
Look for updates on the Facebooks.
Grandiose.
No.
Yes,
Finales.
Odom. OATM. Odom Band on Facebook.
Not oatmeal.
yeah.
Odom.
Oatmeal,
Yeah,
yes.
it's very hard to find you guys. Trying
Yes.
to tag sometimes.
It's not ATM.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that.
OATM.
OATM.
Odom? Adam? I searched for it.
Otem.
No. Not A. Not Adam. We're not an atom bomb. No, Odom.
But we're on.
Oh.
Yeah.
And yeah, just don't forget, like,
Give her the O face.
Why?
It's not a visual
Why?
platform. They
Why?
can't see the O face.
Why?
you can't see the
That
O
was
face
awesome.
on a
That was
podcast.
awesome.
Take a picture and we'll post it.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you. Thank you for doing this.
So
Definitely.
November 21st at Firebird, December 5th at Pops.
Yeah.
Mark them on your calendar. Get tickets from these guys. Come out to a show. Show up early.
Yeah.
Support all the bands.
Hang out with
Right.
us. We'll be out in
We
the parking
will
lot.
make it worth your while. That is a
Please,
promise.
Yeah.
Show up 21st, I'll give you an O face.
Oh, Jesus.
But,
Chase them all away.
so,
He will not.
Horrible.
Close it
will
out
not.
with a couple of tracks. You want to put since we talked about it, you want to put "Break Me Down" on there and
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
what
Break
else?
me down on why. Let's throw them up there.
You on Y too? Or,
Yeah.
You got it. So stick around. Hear those. You can also stream them on Spotify,
Yes.
And you got, what are they on
iTunes
and stuff?
CD Baby,
CD
Amazon.
Baby.
First albums, yeah.
So grab some
On
hits
Amazon?
music.
Yeah.
Rhapsody.
Prime this shit. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Supposed to be on all
So
of them.
exciting.
You could stream on your Xbox.
I could.
You could.
I don't have an Xbox though.
Get an Xbox. then
You're no
stream.
longer cool.
PC Master Race, man.
How are you playing
You're not
Fallout,
invited
Shane?
to the cookout.
PC Master Race.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shane. Thank
Thanks,
you,
man.
guys.
Thank you for listening.
See you down the road.
It's been so long since I've seen a smile on your face. What went wrong? Can we get back to the place
Hi, you are listening to Rock Paper Podcast, and we are Odom. Kory. No, that sounds like shit.
I feel like we
That's
do
why I
that.
like
Oh,
it.
it's fucking retarded.
You start.
Hi, I'm Josh, and I'm holding scissors.
I feel like if we do this, we gotta yell "Whoa, Bundy" at the end or something.
Whoa, buddy. No.
I'm Kory.
All right, let's start
Try
over.
that.
Start over.
It's still recording.
All right. Hi, we are Rock. God damn it.
How about hi? I'm Kory, and I sing.
All right. Hi, you're listening to Rock Paper Podcast, and Gary is fucking laughing. I'm about to hit him in the ball sack.
All right, do it again.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm the drummer for Odom. Thank you for listening to Rock Paper Podcast
Nah, he's
tonight.
gonna make a speech.
Yeah.
No, that was it.
Hold up his hand, too.
That's all I got.
Hold up that hand.
He's
What's
No,
not?
actually-
Hold up.
Cody, it's not a visual medium.
Watch.
Name, and we're Odom. Thanks for listening to Rock Paper.
That's the way you do it. Ready, go.
Hi, I'm Kory.
Christ.
What? Really? You had to fuck it up.
Hey,
Seriously? You had to fuck
All right.
it up.
8-2. 8-2.
8-2.
Anyway.
All right.
All right.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast, y'all.